we're here with 2023 Gatorade National Girls Soccer Player of the Year. UNC commit, someone who scored 55 goals and had 26 assists during your sophomore season. That's incredible, kind of insane to even say those stats. Just hearing those words, National Player of the Year, just like, what does that just like mean to you? What's going through your mind?
Being able to be on that list with those people and with the names there and the names that they have, like what they've produced and what they've done and what they've done for women's soccer and how many people they've inspired is just kind of opening doors and just making dreams become not necessarily reality, but just putting them more into perspective and kind of realizing that they're not too far away if you continue to work and you continue to um, push yourself and make sacrifices that need to be made.
You also represented the U.S. on the U16 youth national team. I can imagine how awesome that was for you. But just you played in a tournament with like with teams all over the globe. You won player of the tournament. Just other than that, but like what was it like playing against, people your age and your age bracket across the globe? What was that like?
So I played in CONCACAF the year before, and those were like closer teams. And I think going across is a completely different game. They play so much different, and it kind of just makes you realize that in the US we are like kind of in a bubble and you don't realize how many more people there are and how many more girls in reality you're competing against. And I think just going over there and seeing not necessarily how different they are, but how much we are the same was kind of it was very cool. It was a very cool experience. Trying to communicate with them was very hard, but we eventually found our way. So I think making friends over there was very cool. Sometimes we still talk to some of the Welsh and just kind of making friendships, and hopefully we'll compete on a bigger scale, which is the goal in the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, as they say, like football is like its own language, and like no matter what language you speak, like that connects so many people. So that's really, really cool to hear. You obviously have one more season in high school before you go off to UNC. Just like what excites you the most going into your last kind of hurrah in high school?
Something that I've always said is high school soccer is a completely different game than club soccer or international soccer. Um, it offers me the ability to play with my sister, who I normally wouldn't be able to play with, but being able to play with her by my side has helped our relationship and built our relationship, and it's just offered us something, a relationship that you can't not every sister gets to have with the other one. And I think just that is something that I'm very excited about. And then being able to go for another run, and playoffs is the most fun time that anyone could ever have. And just socially being there with your friends and being able to balance it with soccer and balance it with school and kind of finding your way around that, kind of learning through that because it's going to be even harder in college. So, kind of just preparing me for that. So, I'm really excited.
No, that sounds really cool. I think the NWSL specifically and, across the world in a lot of different leagues, like I think youth is becoming more prevalent and there's just a lot of young players in these leagues. Like Alyssa Thompson's in the World Cup roster and she won the Gatorade National Player of the Year in 2021. So like just what is it like just like seeing players so young achieve so many great things, whether it's Alyssa Thompson, whether it's Chloe Ricketts for the Washington Spirit. Just like what is that like for you?
It's really cool. Me and Chloe, I actually went to go train with Chloe and with Washington, and hearing her experiences and hearing how she learned to choose between the options that she had were really it was really cool to kind of understand her side and kind of understand what professional soccer is offering her. Obviously, Alyssa Thompson going to the World Cup at 18 is just it's opening so many more doors for younger players to progress their game faster. It's just surreal to see that how fast it's growing. I would never have imagined that I would be like training with some of the best players in the world right now. And just being that door being opened is just something that it's another I don't even know how to explain it. It's really cool though. Like it's very cool to be able to see that and see those girls succeed and also seeing them have to work for something that may have been handed to them in club and progressing them faster. So
Just overall, like your future goals, you're going to UNC, one of the most decorated women's football programs in the United States. That must be awesome. But just from UNC and beyond, just like what are your goals in this sport and like what do you want to be known as a soccer player, whether it be on the pitch or even off the pitch as well?
soccer wise on the field, I would say just making the senior team and then playing for some hardware there in that jersey, like playing for them and playing for something other than just yourself and your family, like playing for millions of other people is something that I really, really aspire to do. And then I would say off the field, just inspire as many people as possible to be themselves and be the best versions of themselves that they can be. Be as kind to other people as possible because you never know what they're going through.
That's some wise words for someone your age for sure. Just for people that obviously like may not know you, Kennedy Fuller, as a soccer player, as a person, what is like the number one thing you want them to know about you?
I would say a leader. I want somebody to look at me and be like, she is a leader and she holds herself and her team to a very high standard. And I think that carving that way and will help me inspire other people to dream big and be the best.
Well, Kennedy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And congrats on this incredible achievement and best of luck in everything
Thank
that
you
you're
so
doing.
much.